how to massively increase your progress in self-improvement or any endeavor in life. One is one of my favorite techniques that I've been using a lot recently, which is something called a habit contract. So this is stated in the Atomic Habits book. Basically, it's an agreement with someone who's going to hold you accountable. So it's like you're setting up an accountability partner through a contract. So I can put a link down to a standard habit contract, but basically it's like a terms and conditions. So you agree with someone that I will do this certain action, and then if you don't, there's a punishment. And it's like the person who is holding you accountable has to sign it and date it, and then the same with you, you have to sign and date it. So for example, right, I have to go to the gym 3 times a week and send off proof to my accountability partner. Otherwise, I have to send them £50 or $50 or whatever. And it's like this thing where if there's a negative result, it can give you motivation to keep going. And because how long habits can take, sometimes they can take months to a year to build up. It's like a cheat code to get you ahead of the competition without the slow burn of building up a habit by a few minutes a day or something like that. For example, so I know Mr. Beast, he has, I don't know if it's written down, it can be a spoken form of an agreement. I have to do this, otherwise a punishment. It's up to you, but writing it down usually helps more, feels more real and more weight to it. Like you know, if you were buying a car or something, or you know, you'd have to sign a contract, like a proper like real agreement. As I was saying with Mr. Beast, basically he has an agreement with someone that he has to go to the gym a number of days a week and eat clean, or he's going to get a tattoo which he doesn't want on his body, something like that. So it's that negative result if you don't do it. It's like if you're ADHD, this is brilliant. I'm ADHD, and it's because we're so like last minute, we'll leave things to the last minute, and then there's a deadline, right? So then we'll do it. But if there's already a sort of, it's already putting in sort of a deadline there, it's already like pressure, and that's what procrastinators and lazy people or ADHD type of people, we sort of need, and it can really motivate you and just get you going. I love it personally, but the difficult thing is you need to find someone who will hold you accountable, who will actually be a bit harsh, because the negative outcome should be harsh, otherwise you won't make a change. So you need to find someone. You could look on Reddit or close friends, or maybe you have like a harsh sibling or a hungry friend who's like, yeah, I'll take £50 if you don't go to the gym 3 times a week. Why not? You got to sort of play with it, because you need that someone who's going to really hold you accountable. And if you really care about their opinion as well, that can help too. Secondly, how to massively increase your progress is your identity. Like in the Atomic Habits book, he states that building the identity is more important than the result. So if I want to become a gym lad and get a six-pack and get ripped, I have to actually have the identity of a gym lad. If I want to become a singer, I've got to have the identity of becoming a singer. It's like you have to have this internal work to really get the results. So it's not friction, it's who you are. I am this person. I just do this, I just do yoga every morning. I am this person. You'll just find yourself doing it. If you're someone I'm the person who goes on TikTok and procrastinates all the time, you'll just find yourself doing it. You always align with your beliefs. The way the brain works is, whatever you believe, it will release it chemically. It's crazy. So let me give you some examples. So we always end up going back to our identities. So if you feel like, oh, I'm a really socially anxious person, an awkward person, you'll find yourself slipping into that more. If you believe you're really confident with girls, you'll find yourself going up to girls and speaking to them. If you think you're really confident at this, you'll find yourself being confident at that certain thing. And it's just how the brain works. The brain is an incredibly powerful thing. So such thing as the power of belief and placebo effect. So obviously you can build the identity through different areas. Obviously action. You know, I've already got a video on how to build a habit. That's early on my channel. But this is the internal work. So if you were to delude yourself, like mantras, say you want to get really good with girls, if you delude yourself every morning, I'm amazing with girls, I'm so confident with girls, I'm so confident with girls, I'm so confident with girls, just delude yourself, you'll start to feel more confident with girls. It's how the brain works. It will release confident chemicals if you can really ingrain this identity. Yeah, so there's tons of studies out there. I can name a couple, right? So there was this study where they took two groups of people, right? One with this special like gene that could offload carbon dioxide better than like a regular human, but like a mutation in a way. So they had these two separate groups. One, they were like, okay, you have this mutation where you can offload carbon dioxide better, so you'll be able to run longer than the average human being. And then with group B, they said the opposite, you don't have this. And then they tested, you know, with running on a treadmill and like testing their breath and oxygen levels and CO2 levels and all that stuff. And they found out that the people who actually didn't have this gene but got told they did better than the people who actually had this gene that could offload carbon dioxide better. So all it was the belief. All it was in the head that changed chemically in the body, giving you this benefit. I mean, there's so many studies out there about the placebo effect. It's crazy. It's why they have to do tests for medication. That's why they have to have controlled groups of the placebo effect and then the actual one. And they lie to the people taking it. Yeah, this is the actual pill that will give you this benefit. And then they take it. And then, you know, it's just a sugar pill sometimes. And there has a whole placebo effect. So then they actually have to account like the placebo effect and the actual drug together and see where the actual benefit is. And it's not just all in the head. It's crazy. You could be putting in so much work at the gym, but if you don't feel like a gym lad, if you don't feel that identity, you've got to delude yourself. It's got to come from here as well as doing external things, and it'll give you that extra benefit. If you want to become more confident, delude yourself. Say, I am fucking confident. I can do whatever the fuck I want. If you say this shit to yourself, chemically, it will release those hormones. It's this benefit that, you know, everyone should take advantage of if they want to be successful at certain things. This is another study. This is mentioned in Hamza's video. But basically, they had two milkshakes, right? One milkshake was just, they said, okay, this is like a diet milkshake. There's not many calories in this one. And then this one, this is a full fat one, okay? So they tested with multiple people. They had the diet one, checked what was going off internally and how calories were released and stuff like that. They took it and not many calories were released. And then they took the full fat one and more calories were released, right? But the thing is, they lied to them about the milkshake. The milkshake that was full fat but got told was the healthy option gave off less calories than the one that was healthy but was told was full fat. So it can change literally reality to a degree. To a degree, you're not going to delude yourself, I can fly and you're going to fly, you know, but it's crazy. Say you've got an interview, delude yourself, you're going to smash it. Say you're going to smash it and you're more likely to smash it. It's crazy what the mind can make up. It's why people have, people have so many distortions in life and certain beliefs that just aren't true because it comes from here first, affecting the physiology, and then it affects your outside world. You're projecting these beliefs onto the outside world. It's crazy. So I'd recommend just saying mantras. Figure out what your goals are. Figure out who you need to become to obtain those goals, and just say statements that certain person would think, and just delude yourself 5-10 minutes a day. It's better than nothing, and the compound effect over that will give you more confidence over time. Also, to do with the mind and getting this certain identity is visualization. So there's another study. There was 3 basketball groups, right? One, they didn't have to train any basketball at all. I believe it was for a week. Didn't have to train any basketball at all. 2 had to just visualize they were training basketball. And the third group actually practiced. And the progress that was made, obviously, group 1 made no progress. But the group that visualized themselves practicing and scoring hoops was 1% less improvement than the actual group that practiced. the power of the mind. Like, it's crazy. You need to use this on your side. Mantras, visualizations. I'm not necessarily saying manifestation. I mean, hypothetically, maybe that's real. I don't know. But there's power in the science of this. And it's something I feel like if you want to be successful, you got to fucking use. So it's something I'm going to start using more. But yeah, I mean, you know, just visualize yourself winning. Visualize yourself going through the motions of things, and it's like you're getting extra practice when you could just be sat in bed. Like, say you want to get good with girls, visualize yourself going up to girls and approaching them confidently. Get more results than not doing that. You know what I mean? And then combine this with actual physically doing the work as well, you're going to be winning.